Hello friends, this is Jess from Knit Plan Jess. Thank you so much for joining me today. For my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. We are actually doing a reading journal recap. This is going to be of how my year is going so far with my reading goals. If you are not familiar with this, I am doing a year-long collab with Plan with Elise. Her information is going to be in the description box, so definitely check her out. We basically both set up a reading journal, and we're kind of using this as a challenge to see how many books that we can read. If you want to check out how I set this up initially, you can check out the card right up here. And I will also link a card for the January as well. Let's go ahead and get started. So I am using the Periwinkle Blue Disc. This came from the Crafty bundle from the Happy Planner. This was like a special International Sticker Day, I think, bundle. I love it. And I felt like that the periwinkle metal discs just work well with it. The cover comes from a bookish Happy Notes. So we open it up, and at first I have basically like my Bujo part of it. So this is a list of to be read books that I actually need to transfer to another sheet. Same with this one. But this is my cover page, 2022 Just Read. And then I have my books read. This is actually a printable from JoJo Pretty Paper Shop. I think she's actually updated it, so definitely check out her shop. I will link her in my description box. But I basically printed it out and cut it out, and then used a Tombow adhesive to tape it to a dot grid page. I used washi to kind of color in the bookshelf, and then just letter stickers to write books read. This is my to be read. So basically I created 2 of these pages where I just used bullet points going down the side so I could write down the books that are on my to be read list. My goal is to read through my to be read list this year, so that when I read a book, I am highlighting it. So I have a few of them that I... Come here, Duke. So I do have a few books on here. I'm actually come to the dilemma of what happens when I have a book on my to be read list, but I kind of decide that I'm really not interested in it anymore. So I'm trying to decide if I should just like maybe mark it out with another color. I think I might wait till the end of the year and really decide on that. And then we have my Goodreads 2022. So 50 books is my goal for the year, but I gave myself extra space because I read like 57 books in 2021. So I wanted to give myself enough space to go up to 100. 100 is not my goal. If I read 100 books, that'll be amazing, but I'm not counting on that to happen, quite honestly. But let's just see what happens. Between January and February, I have read 16 books. So, I mean, I'm well on my way to definitely meeting my goal of 50. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what I'm going to end the year at. Then we come to my Bad Bish book club. This is a book club that I am doing with a friend. The book One Last Stop was our January read. We actually did not read a book in February, so we have 2 books that we are reading for March. So I'm hoping to, when I go to record for my March recap, I'm hoping to have 2 extra books added on here. And then my daily reading challenge. So what I'm doing for this, because of the fact that I only read using a Kindle, I'm going based on what the Kindle tells me that I'm reading. And sometimes I think when you read like 1 or 2 pages, it doesn't track it. So January, according to my Kindle, the Kindle app, I read every day except for 1, and that was January 18th. Let's see if I can kind of bring this in closer. And then according to February, I read every single day except for the 16th and the 24th. I'm almost pretty sure I read at least like a page or two those days, but whatever. Okay, and then we have the A to Z challenge. So basically, I am trying to see if I can fill up the alphabet using the title of the books. The problem that I'm coming across, I read a lot of books that start with the word the. Well, I've already filled up my T, and I really didn't want to use the for the letter T. So I'm trying to decide if maybe I should use the second word. I'm going to wait though until the very end of the year, see what letters are missing, and see if I can fill it in that way. And then my colors of the rainbow. So I'm going based on color of the cover of the book. So for instance, because I am printing these out, the book Art Stop, it has yellow. The book The Love Hypothesis, oh my goodness, has blue. So I was able to fill in yellow and blue. And then for February, Talk Bookish to Me, it has green. So I'm counting that for green. And then the Midnight Library, it's like a dark blue indigo. I'm counting it for indigo. So that's how I'm doing with that. And then my monthly review, I was originally going to write down the name of the book on each of these little slips and then just kind of have it in this pocket. I decided to stick to how many books that I read. Just because I have other ways to review the books that I read each month. And I really like the idea of kind of keeping like a numerical track to kind of see how I do each month. And then the last one is basically like a notes page. This is what I'm going to use as I'm trying to decide how I want to set up my 2023 reading journal, whether I use a Happy Notes or whether I use an actual book-bound Bujo. We'll kind of see. And then I jump into my reading journal. By the way, these frosted top tab, these are fantastic. These come from Alicia Plans. I've got a link in my description box, and I also have a 10% off code. I bought these and I absolutely love them, and I actually bought some more recently because I need them for my work journal. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I just use that to kind of separate like my reading, the reading portion of it from the Bujo portion of it. And then I'm tracking my reading, what I read each month using a monthly calendar. So I use some Mambi sticks in both numbers and letters to set my goal for the month. And then I track when I started a book and when I finished it. So this way I can see how long it takes me to read each book, and I really like being able to visually see that. And then the very back of the page is basically like a good overview of all of the books that I read. So I just basically resized these in Canva, printed them out, and then used a Tombow adhesive to glue them to the page. And I love being able to see not only like how long that it took me to read it, but I love being able to visually see the covers. Then we go to February. February, my goal was 6 books, and like I said, I finished 8. But like there were some, it seriously took me a day to read the book. I was shocked. So the book When Sparks Fly, I finished that within 24 hours. And then the same thing with the book Maybe Someday, I finished within 24 hours. A huge part of that was because of the fact that this was a 4-day weekend for me. And I basically did almost nothing but read between a few days. And then here's all the books that I finished. I love it. Like, it's just seeing this makes me so happy. So now we're going to go to March. So March, I did set my goal for 6 books. Considering that I read 8 in January, 8 in February, I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to meet this goal. But if I don't, it's also not the end of the world. And I've gone ahead and put in the book that I started reading. I'm still not finished with it. It is the 6th and I'm still not finished. So I need to actually sit down and read it. Like, I honestly really have not taken much time to read. According to the Kindle app, I have read every single day, but it's only been like maybe 2 to 3 pages max. So I think tonight I definitely need to take lots of time to read. And I also haven't decorated this yet. I'm trying to decide how I want to decorate it, but I will definitely come up with something. I might do like similar to what I did with this one, where I use the little cat washi stickers from the washi tape shop. But yeah, so there we go. My reading journal so far. I really, really love this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out Elisa's video. It will be linked in my description box. And stay tuned for next month when we will do a recap of January through March. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love to know, are you keeping a reading journal? And how is your reading goals going for the year? But thank you guys so much. Have a good day, and I hope you'll join me for my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.